Um, hold on real quick, bro. But yeah, there you go. Subscribe, notification bell, hit the like, man. We got Level Up, A.K.A. Chubby Ray here, man. He gonna finish telling y'all his story. So, like, as we left off, your man did some other stuff. You was explaining, you was getting at how prison can have dudes lost through your prison bed mentally. What have you seen as the fires, the effects besides the men messing with men? What mental effects you seen men go through fires in prison that had you like you felt like you see how it's ripping ripping these men apart, or ripping it, or beating mentally beating a man down?
Man, I done seen a lot of shit, man. I done seen a lot of shit. You know, more so than anything, I've been involved. Like a lot of stuff I just don't visualize. I've always been involved in it, more so than anything though, man. Because it's always somebody that I fuck with that getting some bullshit on the compound. No matter what, you know what I mean? So nothing really got like out of hand. Just a lot of people getting cut, stabbed, just the basics, man. You know what I mean? The police doing niggas dirty, shit like that. You know what I mean? And honestly, in the institutions right now in the penitentiaries, that's your worst problem, is the staff. Those are the ones that's the biggest gang in the prison system right now, is the staff. You know,
what's problems you done had with staff throughout your bid?
Oh man, you find you man, situation I had with staff one time that got real. I actually got transferred and everything. I was in the riot behind this shit, man. I was in the jail out there. I was in the jail out there at Schenectady, New York, in Rensselaer County, out in Troy, New York. That's the name of the jail, Rensselaer County, out in Troy, New York. The jail only held 95 inmates at the time. You know what I mean? But they was taking federal inmates. This was back then. When I first started going to jail back in 91, I was on diesel therapy, and this is one of the jails that I come across. And they was playing with your mail. You feel me? We not from there. We out of Buffalo, New York. It was me, the other guy, Tobias Boylan. They call him Bags of Money from Buffalo. Big shouts out to him. He had all the honey bunnies and Bags of Money, the millionaire kid. He doing the bid right now. You know what I mean? We was all in jail together back then. You feel me? So the police was playing with our mail because we was from out of town. So niggas got disrespectful back at them. We started spitting on them when they walked by to do count. We started, being real belligerent towards them because they weren't respecting us for no reason. So one particular day, it was time for us to go out to the yard to go to gym, and they wouldn't let us go out to the gym. So we didn't lock in. Niggas didn't lock in at all. You know what I mean? It was this some shit right here. Niggas probably don't even remember this rap group back in the day. But back in the day, they had a group out called A.K.A. and the Bulldogs. They were part of Bobby Brown's, they were affiliated with Bobby Brown and boys out of Boston. You know what I mean? Boston, Massachusetts. They was called A.K.A. and the Bulldogs, a little rap group back in the days. Well, two of them niggas was locked up with me back in 91. You feel me? So me, Toby Boylan, the niggas from A.K.A. and the Bulldog, and a couple other stray cats from different cities, we got into a big fight with the police. You know what I mean? Because we wouldn't lock in because they wouldn't let us go to the gym. But it all started because they wouldn't give us our mail. You know what I mean? So Toby, because Toby set it off. Toby set the shit off. When the police came into the little, they open up the gate and they come in, you in the county jail. So it looked just like the holding center downtown. It looked like 40 Delaware if you were on the bar side in 40 Delaware. You got the cells and then the bars. So when they open up the bars and come in, Tobe stole right on the CO off the rip. And that's what set the whole shit off. You know what I mean? Because they was young boys. See, most of the police in these jails, they're younger than me and you, bro. By far. Yes, 22, 21, shit like that. You know what I mean? So we got into a fight with them, and then they put us on what we call diesel therapy. You know what I mean? Diesel therapy is when they take you be on from jail to jail. So from that jail, when we had that fight right there, bro, with the police, from that jail, they sent us to Albany State. Now, Albany State already knew that we had a rumble with the COs there, so they was already prepared when we got there. You know what I mean? What? Man, they beat us the fuck up as soon as we got there. You feel me? As soon as we got there, they beat us up. Listen what I'm saying to you, son. They put us in the bullpen. Now, here we go. I got a couple other niggas on my mind, too. Listen, it was me, the two niggas from LOG and the Bulldogs, my man Toby Boylan. It was another nigga off Sycamore and Guilford named Pappy. It was an old school cat. You know what I mean? His name was Sam. You know what I mean? It was a couple, I'm trying to remember, a couple other straight niggas. So they put us in the bullpen over there at Albany State. You know what I mean? And they came right in on some rah-rah shit. As soon as the police opened up the door, came right in. Y'all ain't gonna come over here with this bullshit, blah, 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 all in our faces. Boom. Next thing you know, police pushed Pappy, my man Pappy. Police pushed him to sit down. He had the cuffs on standing back up in the police face. Police pushed him to sit him down. You know what I mean? But he didn't fall. He just, did like that. And once he did that with the cuffs on, it looked aggressive. They got to putting the kid on him. So we screaming, get off of him, blah, 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 get off of him, get off of him. Shit. That screaming got to getting our asses whooped too. So they, you feel me? So we had the handcuffs on us. Police jumped us out, whooped us, you know what I mean, and put us in a cell with no clothes. They gave us just a mattress, bro, with no pillow, no sheet, took our clothes, the whole shit. So we in there for 2 days, 48 hours like that, butt naked. All we is in individual cells where we can't look at each other. You know what I mean? They opened up the windows. It's freezing cold out there. It's winter time. We in Albany State. You know it's cold. We in Albany. They got the windows open. Motherfucking no heat on. Man, it was fucked up. You know what I mean? Had
you in there cold in the mouth, shivering. That's it.
Man, I ain't know my manhood can shrink that small, goddamn. I was cold as fuck, dog. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. You know what I mean? So,
yo, level up. Let me ask you something. So, have you ever been put in a situation, right, to where you had to suck it up and walk away, or suck it up and hold it, to where it was a situation where there was no wins? Have you ever been put in one of those situations, so where you had to use your mind more than your physical?
Oh shit, I do that every day now. Well, being incarcerated, I never was put in that situation because I always observed the people. Like through my incarceration, throughout the years, I've always observed people. That's why I never really had that many problems of my own per se, because I observed the individuals. In prison, when you get in the real walls and the feds and states, when they got multiple thousands of people, you have to be very observant in order to live. You have to watch the way a person moves. You have to watch the characteristics of a person, the way they talk, the way they handle other people. And then you have to utilize that in your way to get by. And I was a genius at that. So I never really had no problems. I can mix and mingle with any race at any given time. You feel me? And I still do it to this day. You know what I mean? And that's just a part of your survival skills. So I never really had to, use my mind over my physical to, make something happen, because if it was going down, it was going down. If it wasn't, it wasn't. But being that I'm free now, I more so have to utilize exactly what you said, my mind over the physical. You know what I mean? Which is better now. Which is better now because it actually gives me the opportunity to exercise a lot of different things that I didn't think my mind can reach. When you in one minefield for far as crime, when your mind is just in crime, then that's the majority of the shit you're gonna come up with thinking. Criminalistic shit. You know what I mean? How to buy, how to get a dollar, how to, you know what I mean? How to get over on somebody, how to beat. So to answer that question, far as penitentiary, no. Streets, yes. You feel me?
Understandable.
So, that's how that go right there.
Nah, that's understandable, because, you know what I mean? Especially if you're the type of person that always analyze the people that you're around. I can see you never putting yourself in a situation like that or any shape, form, or fashion. When is the time you don't put yourself in a situation for somebody else to where you regretted it when you was later on, when you knew that I shouldn't even been nowhere around with this person?
Well, that's like before jail and then after jail. You know what I mean? Like inside jail, I pick and choose the individuals who I fucked with individually. You know what I mean? Like I didn't mix niggas. If this nigga say he didn't fuck with this nigga for whatever reason, and then if I couldn't get to the root of it where they can, you know what I mean? Be coherent with each other, then I wasn't even gonna try to mix and mingle. When I fuck with you, I fuck with you. When I fuck with you, I fuck with you. We're not gonna talk about him, and we're not gonna talk about him. You know what I mean? Because I fuck with both of you niggas. Y'all just don't fuck with each other. So I never got that line of communication fucked up because I made it perfectly clear. I'm not gonna stop liking and loving this nigga because you don't. And I appreciate if you don't ever put me in that type of situation to pick and choose. You know what I mean? And it's always been real that way. You know what I mean? See, most cats don't do that. They'd rather straddle the fence with this nigga because guess what? If they're not keeping it real with this nigga about this nigga, they talking about you too with this nigga and this nigga. You feel me? So I'm not even about to play them games. You feel me? So that's just how that go.
You know what I mean? You know, in prison it's like this sometimes. A lot of times, 90% of the times, it's predator and prey. And certain times, for survival reasons, you know, I don't know what your financial situation was while you was in jail, but you know, even if it didn't come to that, was it times where you had to be predator with no, where you had to put your conscience to the side and be just straight predator?
That was willingly. I didn't have to do a lot of things, but sometimes when we're in prison, I have ran into situations, you know what I mean, where I have seen, you know, kids that was moving a little bit too much, you know, faking jacks, doing this, that, and the third, you know what I mean? And, you know, just because you go to commissary and you're able to spend $200-300 and the next man can't, that's no reason to brag and boast. You feel me? Because you don't know the next man's situation as to why he can't go to the store and spend that type of bread. You feel me? So just willingly, I have, you know, hit locks, broke lockers, you know what I mean? Shit like that, just moving around just because, nigga, you don't want to share with niggas and shit like that, so we take your shit. You know, I have been involved in situations like that, but...
You hit some lockers?
Yeah, man, I bust your lock so motherfucking quick, take all your noodles and everything you get out of pocket. Yeah, but man, I bust that motherfucking lock so quick, man, you wouldn't even know. You come back and open your lock, I bust your lock and put the lock back on that motherfucker. You open your locker up, nothing in that motherfucker but 2 pictures hanging up, motherfucker. I done sold the pictures on the compound and everything, motherfucker.
You done sold the pictures?
Yeah, you're supposed to. Hit the lick, dog.
What's the craziest memory you got with that? Where you had to bust somebody's locker and you hit the jackpot?
Oh, yo, listen. I had a nigga. This one of the best joints. I had a nigga in my cell. I was in Fort Dix. I just come home out of Fort Dix in 2013. So this shit's still kind of fresh. You feel me? So I had a lawyer nigga in my room, and I had a white dude in my cell too. But they were both faggot niggas. Like the white boy, he was gay. You know what I mean? And the other nigga was a rat. You know what I mean? So one day I'm laying in my bed. I had to go to work this morning for that 57 cents. So I'm in my motherfucking bunk and the door just fly open. Boom. So I pull my cover up, look, see, it's the 2 little niggas I fuck with from Brooklyn. I didn't fuck with them. We fucked with each other. We was all right in passing, see each other. Yo, what up, Buffalo? You know what I mean? So it was a state thing. It was a New York State thing. It wasn't a borough thing. It was just a state. So in passing, so I see the door open up. Boom. So I'm saying to myself, man, what the fuck little loco on the one up in this joint? So they was like, yo, Buff, where the lawyer nigga bed at? I'm like, it's right there. So dude was like, yo, this is locker. I'm like, yeah, this is locker. So the nigga unrolled the towel. He had a towel in his coat. He pulled the towel out, unrolled that motherfucker, and this man lifted it up, and they put the locker on the motherfucker, slid it right on out the room. So I'm laying in my bunk like, oh shit, this shit is real as a motherfucker around here. Boom. Now listen though. But what they didn't know is the locker didn't have the tuna fish in the shit. That wasn't the lick. You feel me? The shit was under the nigga. The shit was under the nigga bed, and you know what I mean. So when them niggas hit the locker, I already knew what they was looking for. You know what I mean? Because he was like a lawyer dude, so he was helping people with their legal work, and they was paying him in tuna and all that old type of shit. You feel me?
All right.
So after they slid the nigga locker up out the room, my man JT came back up in the room. I'm like, yo, J, man, they just hit the nigga shit. JT bugging the fuck out. I'm like, yo, son, fuck that nigga. We got everything, though. I went up under the bed, pulled the whole cabinet out that motherfucker, son. I got all the goodies, everything, son. Because I knew what they was looking for already. The nigga didn't have it in his locker. They was looking for them stamps because, you know, when you do legal work for niggas in jail, you want stamps. You want them tunas. Well, in Fort Dix, tuna was the money. Stamps was the money. You know, niggas that's what they wanted. But when they hit the locker, the shit wasn't there. It was under the bed, wrapped up in like his, you know how people got their clothes under the bed and their sneakers. Oh, it was right up in the, man, give me that shit, man. I don't know what you niggas wanted. So, you know what I mean? That was a good little lick right there. It was unscathed. I didn't even get in no trouble.
What happened when the lawyer dude came back? Did he know that you had something to do?
Nah, he didn't know I had anything to do with it. But the good thing about it is this: the lawyer nigga had a bunch of niggas' paperwork in that locker. You feel me? That he was helping them out with their cases. So when the lawyer came back, he said, "Yo, who the fuck took my locker?" So he told a couple black dudes who paperwork was in that locker. Yo, somebody just took my locker. Blah 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 blah. Niggas gave that paperwork back. They gave the paperwork back to the lawyer because everybody started going in the uproar in the jail because the nigga was the jail lawyer. He had everybody paperwork. He was working on their cases, trying to help niggas come home. And then the niggas violated him and took his locker thinking that it had the goods in it, but the goods was under the bed behind the sneakers.
So you capitalize off a lick. You done turned around and robbed the robbers for the cheesecake.
Oh, I had to get it. I had to get him. That's the same symbol they use. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna try to rob Peter to pay Paul. I'm trying to go with Peter going to get his money. Shit. And that's how that happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you done did time in the feds and in the state. Which one did you feel was what was the difference? What was the difference? Similarities of them, but which one you felt was? I don't think no prison is good to do time. But where does your time pass the most at?
If I had to be truthful though, son, I like right now the way the feds is, you know, back when I was doing fed time, man, it was nothing like the way it is now. The experience that a lot of these kids get now, you know what I mean? The feds was the feds back then. When I went in there, you still had a lot of luxuries in the feds. We didn't have beds, you know, on the walls and all that. We just get family day. You can wear your own clothes. You know what I mean? That you get sent in. You can buy them all off the catalogs and shit like that sent to you. So it was a little different back then. But what I will say is, if I ever was put in a position to have to do time again, I would rather it be state time. You know what I mean? Okay. And the reason why I'd rather be state time is, first and foremost, you're not going to do 85% of that shit. You know what I mean? Second of all, you still got access to a lot of things you don't got access to in the federal pen. Like, I'm married, right? I wouldn't be able to see my wife and get the luxuries of seeing my wife every month on conjugal visits and shit like that. You feel me? Right. They don't do that in the feds no more. You can't get packages in the feds where your people can, you know, send you food and groceries and shit like that to cut down on you always spending your money. See, the feds want your money. Everything is on the Fed commissary. Your sneakers, your underclothes, your cosmetics, everything is on there for them because they don't want your family sending you shit. They want you to buy all they shit. The state, they don't give a fuck. You just got to do your time here and let your family take care of you. We don't want to take care of you.
So the feds eating.
Yeah, the feds is eating, bro. They eating. They eating, bro.
Yo, between the state and the feds, right, and your time, have you ever seen a man lost his life or take his life?
No, I seen a guy at Buffalo. He passed away in his sleep. I've seen that. I've seen a guy hang himself, but he wasn't successful. It's a couple guys. Listen, bro. I don't know how real a lot of individuals that you come in contact with for the prison stories and stuff like that, for your video, how real they're gonna keep it. But it's a lot of cats back home, Buffalo, that done tried to kill themselves in jail, that done did all type of fuckboy shit in jail that they will not speak about in the streets because of the image. You feel me? They don't want to discredit themselves in any way, so they're gonna try to remain, you know what I mean, strong type shit. But it's niggas back home that done put ropes around their necks and it wasn't successful. You know what I mean?
You ain't gotta say a name, but you know, this is stories. I need that story.
Yeah, niggas was in jail, put ropes around their necks. You know what I mean? You don't be in the same jail with them or the same part, but anything in your life is anything that happened in Buffalo, the jails know already. Right. When niggas get shot, stabbed, killed, robbed, any of that in Buffalo, the jails know about that shit damn near first. You know what I mean?
Who was you with? Not who you was with, but you have been with somebody that's from the town, like you said, and in the town they cold, just a monster. But when they came to prison, it shocked you how they was just
yeah, man, it's a bunch of them. That's 85% of the city of Buffalo. You know what I mean? Everybody tough behind them doors till you got to check them guns in.
That's a fact.
When you got to when you got to check that gun in at the door, you ain't about that life. You know what I mean? So
there's definitely a lot of dudes like that.
So I ran across a lot of dudes from back home that's not really, I mean, making no noise right now. I ran across dudes from back home that was official gangster, certified, bust your shit to the white meat or whatever to survive in prison because they knew what prison was about. And then I met a lot of jokesters from Buffalo, niggas that just was there just doing the time, no matter what it was. If they was, you know what I mean, giving booty or taking booty or whatever, you know what I mean? They was just there doing their bit. They wasn't really paying attention to what it was all about, the unity, you know what I mean? So it's different. Everybody's prison experience was different. Like I said, I've been doing biz from 87 and I just got finished in 2016. I just got totally done with everything from broke up bids to straight bids or whatever the case may be. So I'm very thankful for that. You know what I mean? That I was able to change my mind frame and my thoughts to doing something positive. You know what I mean? Trying to make a change now, you know?
Man, like you're supposed to. Far as being in prison and doing all that time, do you feel like prison has mentally elevated you? That it elevated your being to be, be a successful man that you is, to see where you want to be in life?
No. What I would say prison did mentally, not just to me, but probably mostly I can speak for the mass majority of men that was incarcerated. Prison slows you down. Prison puts your mind state to one thing, and that's survival. You know what I mean? There's no other thing to think about in that motherfucker but how I survive today. Whether it's if you're eating quarter noodles and sausages, or you're surviving from somebody trying to kill you. It's just a mental survival tactic. So I didn't elevate my mind in jail because it's only, you know what I mean, the circumference of what it is. You feel me? So I can only go but so far. I go to the library, read every book in there. Then what I'm going to do? You feel me? If I'm taking college courses and I get a degree in whatever I'm taking up, then what am I going to do? So there's no way that you can actually elevate the mind in prison. You can sustain it to maintain it to where as though you're sane enough to not go insane. You know what I mean? Because it's easy to do that. But other than that, I would say for me, it was more or less just maintaining the fucking common sense, because you would lose it in jail dealing with all these different creatures. You know what I mean? And I just didn't lose who I was. You know what I mean? I wasn't running around with niggas saying I'm from Brooklyn. I wouldn't. See, that's where you lose your mind at. When you start running around with other niggas in jail saying you from their city and you ain't even been to that motherfucker, now you losing your goddamn mind. You feel me? I ain't done no shit like that. You feel me? Because a lot of niggas do that. You know, they hang around this nigga. This nigga say he live in Brooklyn. Now you screaming you from Brooklyn until I say, well, what part of Brooklyn you from? No, I'm just from Brooklyn, son. What part of Brooklyn you from, man? Brooklyn. Brooklyn is just not Brooklyn. It's Flatbush, West Stuyvesant. It's different parts of Brooklyn. So what part of Brooklyn? You know what I mean? So it's fucked up, dog. Niggas lose their mindsets and start claiming other niggas' sets. Niggas lose their mindsets and start claiming these gangs and this, that. I've never done that. I've never, even when I was raised 5%, you know what I mean? So that's what I've studied. So I never even rode that wave. You know what I mean? I used to go to Juma just to get the prayers and the blessings and the knowledge. I used to build in ciphers, parliaments, and things of that nature for the knowledge, but I never adapt or attach myself to these organizations because I know in one day I'm not going to keep going to war for niggas I don't know. I'm trying to go home. So I changed my thoughts myself.
Nah, that's just a fact. That's understanding. Yeah, you definitely got to, you know what I'm saying, educate. Fire is not even just educate, maintain for self or who you trying to become. What's something, what was something the most hurtful things that happened to you in prison?
Well, the most hurtful thing that happened to me in prison, man, was, losing family members, shit like that, your loved ones. That's more hurtful than anything. It's like this, man. You'll have 1,000 people that you would never see while you incarcerated, as far as them writing you, sending you mail, or whatever the case may be. But one thing you don't want is for that individual to die to where as though you'll never even get to see him again. You know, even to just cuss him out to say, God damn, nigga, you couldn't write me. You feel me? So the most detrimental thing was, you know, me losing my mom. You know what I mean? While I was incarcerated, 3 days before I was about to get out, my mom had passed away. You know what I mean? And you know, that shit fuck with me, it bothered me. But I had already knew how she built me. You feel me? So I was already in tune with how my mama had raised me up. So when she passed away and they told me about it, like 3 days before I got out of jail, she died. You feel me? So
damn, for real?
yeah, no doubt. You know what I mean? So
Sorry,
and all that was in that time. Remember I told you I was on my way home. I was on my way home 77 days and I got into the beef with the niggas from DC and we went to the hole and you know what I mean? I went home straight to a funeral, my nigga. When I left the feds, the jail, I went straight to the fucking church on Ferry and Michigan. You know what I mean? To bury my mama. You feel me?
Damn.
So it was different. So the mindset was different. You know what I mean? I had already had myself mentally prepared for what I was about to go through and it made it a lighter blow because I haven't seen my mom in years doing my bit. Like she'll come, you know, come try to see me if she can because I was so far away, you know, write me, send me money, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's all good, but it's different to actually see your mom or your child in the physical. So I didn't get that opportunity. So when I seen her, you know what I mean, at the services in her casket, it was all something that I had already dreamed anyway. You know what I mean?
You already dreamed it?
So I had already dreamed it. It was already in my vision that I was going to see my mom in the casket, pink dress, the whole shit, flowers, blah, blah, blah. When I got to the church, that's exactly what it was. You feel me? So I was cool with that. I was cool with it. I was at peace with it. You know what I mean? And to this day, I haven't really formally cried it all out. Like, you know what I mean? Like when my man Terrell, we just went to Buffalo. My man Terrell, rest in peace. He just got killed in Buffalo. You know what I mean? On some sloppy nigga shit. He got killed. Not him being sloppy, but some other niggas. You know what I mean? He got killed. That broke me down like a whole lot more and put me in a state of depression than my mom passing away. And one would say, well, goddamn, that's your mom, son. But I didn't do a lot of shit with my mom that I done with this nigga on an everyday basis. You feel me? So it makes it different. You know what I mean? If you hanging with an individual every day, you know they ins and out, what they do, blah, blah, blah. We eating together, going places, taking trips, the whole shit, getting at this bag, best way we can, starting businesses. We doing all of this together. You know what I mean? Then we go somewhere together and you don't come back. It's going to affect you a little different. You feel me?
That's crazy.
So when that had happened there, that's when I say, well, shit, yo, let me gracefully bow out and stop going to Buffalo. You know what I mean? Because I had already stopped going to Buffalo because anybody that catch a Fed case in Buffalo, they automatically the police. It don't even matter, bro. As soon as you catch a case in Buffalo, first, oh, man, that nigga snitching. Dog, you don't even know the circumstances I'm dealing with, and you automatically throwing these red flags on niggas' names, duh. That's what niggas do in Buffalo. They immediately throw you telling out there because your ass ain't get 40, 50 years, or you didn't go to jail for your case that they arrested you for. Niggas beat cases every day, B.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact. But you know, paperwork shows everything. If you got that paperwork.
No, not in Buffalo no more. In Buffalo nowadays, your paperwork is fake paperwork now. Yeah, people making federal paperwork nowadays in Buffalo. That's what they tell me.
Oh no, I know you gotta have that stamp on there. When that stamp on there, you can't.
No, that stamp don't mean nothing. That stamp, from what I'm hearing, man. Listen, bro, I'm only telling you situations that I was put in when I caught my case. Nigga say, oh, the nigga Chubb telling, hold up, nigga, I got all my paperwork, nigga. I ain't got to tell on none of you motherfuckers. I've been doing business since '87, nigga. I ain't told then. You know what I mean? Every time I caught a case with a nigga, I took the case because I didn't want this nigga to tell on me. That's why I was doing so much time. You feel me? Because I know niggas ain't gonna hold away. Niggas say, oh, the nigga Chubb told. Nigga Chubb told. Nigga Chubb told. I show niggas my paperwork. Oh, man, that's fake paperwork. Man, get your monkey ass out of here, dog. Ain't nobody got time to be trying to make some federal paperwork. Nigga, get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Niggas don't know in Buffalo, son. They're blind to the fact. They're blind to the game. All they know is the individual that they say is telling. That's all they know. You know what I mean? Fuck your credibility. Fuck. That's all they know, bro. They don't even know facts, and they don't want to know facts. You know what I mean?
So you know, you done had dudes come up to you and you done had dudes say that you was telling and everything in a fashion.
Yeah, I had niggas say that shit.
How that make you feel?
It made me feel beautiful. I didn't give a fuck. I didn't give a fuck because I know I'm already 100% polished. It didn't bother me because my paperwork speaks for itself. And to this day, I still got my paperwork. One of these joints we get on, I'm gonna put my shit on the screen for you, man. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you some love. Next time we get on here, man, and we talk about this shit here, man, and people misrepresentation, the snitching and all this shit here, man, I'm gonna have all my paperwork right on here for you, and we gonna blow some niggas out the fucking water. Just on some hunter shit. Because sometimes, sometimes I still hear that dumb shit. Yo, the nigga Chubb, nigga, the fuck out of here. Who the fuck you think I am? You know what I mean? But I got all my paperwork. I got all the names of everybody that put me on the pedestal. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Culpability. That's the word they use. That's the word they used on me, son. Culpability. Look that word up, son. Culpability.
Culpability. I got you.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's C-U-L. It began with a C-U-L. Culpability.
Yo, listen. So what I need from you though is, right, before we get up out of here, because I'm gonna let you, after you tell these next two stories, I'm gonna let you explain what you got going on and, just sum everything up in one about your message and what you're trying to get across. I need something I need two stories from you before we get up out of here. I need something that you remember fire as was crazy, as like, wow, never forget, and something that was so funny that you never gonna forget. Because there's a moment that you was in jail, you seen some funny shit that had you like only in prison.
Well, the thing is, you see, I've seen a lot of shit, man. Some of the craziest shit. You got to give me some type of scale of crazy though. Like
I need crazy, man. I need only in prison, man.
Well, I know. But you got to give me a range. Like I don't know where you want me to go because I've seen a lot of shit. Far as beef, far as clown shit, far as
beef, clown shit, violent. I'm
gonna tell you. Oh, here goes some shit right here. This is some real shit right here, boy. It's some real shit right here, and this happened in Wyoming. This happened in Wyoming State Jail. You know what I mean? Okay, right. Now the motherfucking the Bloods and the motherfucking and the Muslims, the Bloods and the Muslims, the Shiite Muslims, you know what I mean, was going to war with each other right there in motherfucking Wyoming County Jail. Now, mind you, the one nigga, he was a blood nigga in my dorm, C dorm. He was a blood nigga, but the dorm was highly populated with the Muslims. You know what I mean? So on this one particular day, the Muslims was in the unit with all their drugs, you know what I mean? About to make their salats or prayers or whatever they was gonna do, son. Me and my man Ty Hill, you know what I mean? Contested this. Ty contested this. That shit was crazy. We even grabbed our bangers. We ain't know what the fuck was going on, but we just grabbed ours to be safe. Listen, son, the Muslims tried to attack the blood nigga. You feel me? They tried to attack this nigga, bro. Stab him up, everything. This nigga, because in Wyoming, they got cubicles, son. They not. So they cubicles.
How they set him up? How they catch him?
They didn't catch this nigga. Listen, the police had to come. He was cutting them niggas the fuck up, son. Listen, he was jumping over the cubicles, sticking them niggas, jumping back over the other like he was jumping from cuticle to cuticle, sticking the Muslim niggas, bro. Listen, he stuck about 8 of them motherfuckers before the police came. But they never got their hands on this nigga, bro. Because it's like when they was coming, it was like about 8, 9 of them. And they chasing him around the cubicle. He jumping on the cubicles, might catch one of them, stick his motherfucking ass, jump over the other cuticle, run around a little bit till he catch one that's moving a little faster than the other ones, stick this motherfucker. Yo, son, listen, that was the craziest shit I ever seen. I've never seen no shit like that. Now, I mean, like, if a nigga been in Wyoming, he ain't get touched at all, bro. He ain't get touched at fucking all. At fucking all, bro. And that's the thing about it. If you ever been in Wyoming or know somebody that been in Wyoming jail, ask him, it's cubicles. You can clear them shit. You can run and jump straight over the cubicle to where your bed is at. So dude was jumping over the cubicles, you know what I mean? Sticking them there. He was fucking them boys up, bro. That's the craziest shit I've ever seen in there. The craziest shit I've ever seen, son. On that type of tip, you know what I mean?
And now on another spectrum, what was the most lamest stuff you ever seen?
The lamest shit? Man, I ain't really put myself around too much funny style ass. Well, some of the lamest shit I seen, I seen a nigga from Buffalo cut a white boy for his commissary and didn't have to. You know what I mean? Like, that was lame to me. You running with a bunch of other niggas and you cut this man, this white boy face. He cut the nigga face, man. Where's in my? Cut the nigga face, man, like this. You feel me? Cut him just like this, bro. Straight down here, man, on the rip. For his commissary for some other niggas. He didn't even need that shit, bro. I don't even know why you done that. But that was the lamest shit I've seen, bro. You know what I mean? The lamest shit. A nigga from the town cut the white boy from here like this, straight down, bro. For his commissary and didn't even need it, bro. He did it for some other niggas. You know what I mean? That was some lame shit. Totally. You know what I mean? Where the white boy was in my dorm. He came back in my dorm talking about, yeah, they keep crying and shit, holding his face. I'm like, what the fuck happened to you, son? Like, man, they just cut me and took my commissary. I'm like, oh, shit. Then when I got to on the compound, we found out what happened. It was the homie from Buffalo. I'm like, dude, that was some lame-ass shit, bro. You ain't had to take that. They should let them niggas do that to that nigga if they want to. You know what I mean? Word, real talk, bro. That was some lame shit.
Nah, that's a fact. That's fact. That's corny as hell. Especially he probably didn't even have to do it. He didn't have to go like that.
Nah, he didn't, bro. He didn't.
He didn't have to go like that at all. You know, we know far as, you know, this ain't the glorified prison, no fashion. You know what I'm saying? We letting people know in general the stuff you go through, and you shouldn't have to put yourself in this. Like you just said, the white boy just got cut over his commissary for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Then you said that the dude tried to attack the blood dude. He got to jump from cube to cube. Every nigga ain't gonna be good enough to jump from cube to cube, especially when they going up against the entourage. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
instead, put yourself in this position. To sum this all up, though, what would you like to get across to the viewers to tell them, you know what I'm saying, about yourself, your story, and something they should learn from you?
Well, first and foremost, man, I want a lot of people to really take heed, you know, to what you're doing in a whole as a project. Because if it wasn't for you and guys like you with the mindset to put these type of projects out, then people would still be in the not knowing. They wouldn't know. They'll still be, you know, unconscious to, you know, the prison system and some of the events that take place inside of the prison systems. You know, a lot of these movies, they depict what goes on inside the prison, and some of it's true and some of it's not true. You know what I mean? You had to actually be there to actually know what is and what isn't. So, you know, I definitely take my hat off to you and your team for putting this type of project together, man, to get our voices heard. You know, but the message that I would like to get across more so than anything is about these men and these young men running around here with their pants halfway off their ass. You know what I mean? Thinking that it's a style or something that's, you know, looked up to or glorified. You know what I mean? You know, the history of the sagging pants come from before the penitentiary even heard about it. You know, so a lot of people say, oh, you sagging your pants because of the jail shit. It wasn't from jail. And individuals need to do their history to find out more about where the sagging of the pants originated from in order to really know what it's about. And hopefully when they find out the history about it, they can no longer you know, wear their pants in a disrespectful manner as men, as young men. You know, I've been working real hard since I've been home, and I've got a project out now called the Love is Love Foundation. And with this Love is Love Foundation, I'm going to generate 1,000 belts, and we're going to do 1,000 belt drive giveaway to encourage these men and young men in the community to start pulling their pants up and wear your pants as men. That project is in effect. I'm still looking for sponsors and donation drop-off spots for it. We're going to hold one in Buffalo, Atlanta, Charlotte, and any other city that wants to join in with the 1,000 belt drive giveaway. So I'm just working, bro. I'm working. I'm putting it. I'm trying to put on for the city, man, but in another light, so individuals can see that you can come from darkness and still shine bright. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. I see you got a Level Up T-shirt. That's your merchandise.
Yeah, well, you know, I got Level Up brand. You know, like I said, when I came to partner, my partner Terrell, he was you know, he was killed and lost his life, and that was my you know, my partner, and I just kept Level Up going, just doing work on it right now, trying to enhance the Level Up to do what he wanted it to do, with less motivation. You know, that was part of my motivation, my everyday, you know, struggle to stay strong and to keep this thing popping. So I just went ahead and do it. I do other shit too. You know what I mean? Like I got the 716 shirts. You know what I mean? All different colors. I do them like this too. You know what I mean? For Buffalo, it's the Buffalo shit right here. 716 Buffalo. I do them like this too for the city. Got the big Buffalo on the back up by the collar too. You know what I mean? So I just been working different little shit, 716 shit. you know, for the city of Buffalo to put on. You know what I mean? 716. These hoodies. So I do hoodies. I do hoodies, t-shirts, sweatsuits, Buffalo Bills gear. I do design shit for people too. You know, things of that nature. Just trying to stay as positive as possible, but give back to my city at the same time. You know what I mean?
Man, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Like you're supposed to, man. That's the only thing you can do. Definitely when you done love. See, when they don't understand, man, when you done live a certain type of life, and it's like, you know, you become tired of, and not even tired of that life. It's tired of, you know, what comes with it. Because when you're gonna be a man, you're gonna accept everything that comes with your consequences. So, you know what I mean? To see a brother like yourself and other brothers that do their thing and, you know, try to make something better of a situation that was full of negativity to bring it to positivity, you know, everybody should always support that. So, yo, I appreciate you for, you know what I mean, coming on, telling your story, being open and honest about it. And you know what I mean? I wish nothing but the best for you. You know, we're going to stay in touch and yeah, hopefully we get another one out of you.
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt, man. You know what I mean? You pick the topic or the subject, man, and we'll sit down and rash it on out, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I've had a lot of shit going in my 47 years of living, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, to God be the glory that I see 50. You know what I'm saying? You know, niggas counted me out, man, long ago, longer fucking ago. There's no way. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you did a current interview with Scotty B. You know, and that interview right there motivated me to reach out to you to say, well, hey, man, you know what I mean? Scotty B's, you know, he my baby cousin, man. You know what I mean? I love him with everything in me, you know. And Scotty B is a very let's see, he's a personal individual. Scotty B don't set himself out like that. You feel me? Anybody that knows Scotty, they know that. And when I seen Scotty do the video, I said, well, damn, Scotty, reach out to him. Let me put a little bit of shit on this video for him, you know what I mean, and get him going. You know what I mean? But shouts out to Scotty B, man. You know what I mean? Just on some real shit though, dog. That was deep there. You know what I mean? And that touched me in a way to say, well, damn, you know, it's like motivation. When you see a motherfucker that come from the same type of skin you come from the same type of struggles that you come from, doing something positive and something that's possibly moving and it feeds off knowledge, you know, you want to try to figure out how you can be a part of that. And that's what that done for me to reach out to you to get part of this project. You feel me?
Feel you. Definitely. Definitely.
Okay.
Shout out to cousin too. Like you said, he is a personal person, man. And the fact he came and did that for me, let me know that how he feel towards me, you know what I'm saying? Because cousin ain't gonna mess with you if he don't feel you like you real, you know what I'm saying? So definitely shout out to him, man. Shout out to everybody else that came along. Yo, I appreciate you. Yo, subscribe if you tuning in, hit that notification bell, hit them like, man, y'all know what it is, man. Life in the pen, hashtag prison talk, hashtag in and out.